I never look down on the homeless people. I actually look up to homeless people, because I tell you, a lot of them have just, they wanted to drop out of society because they're tired of the cycle of BS and losing in life, man. So they're like, hell, might as well go to the bottom. But I'm going to tell you this, guys. I'm going to tell you how you can pay cash for a house. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like you can't do it. It sounds crazy because nobody talks like that. Nobody says go buy a house and pay cash. You know what I'm saying? Except CycleCruza out here. But I'm going to tell you how you can do it and change your life. Make your life so much easier, stress-free, and you can truly enjoy life the way it should be. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it.
Let's go for a ride. Subscribe today.
If you want to get my gear like this ultra lightweight carbon fiber helmet, Motivational camera, airbag vest to help keep you safe. All of my gear, I always include links in the description and comment section of my videos. The first thing you think is, oh man, I can't save up hundreds of thousands of dollars to pay for a house in cash. Are you crazy? And anyways, they tell you use other people's money. Don't use your own money, man. CycleCruza, what are you talking about? Even if I could pay cash for a house, I would put it in stocks so I can get a 15% return. You know what I'm saying? CycleCruza, what's wrong with you? What are you talking about, living debt-free and paying for cash for a house? That sounds crazy. You know what? That's why everybody thinks that way, guys. And that's why a lot of people are broke. And that's why, you know, a lot of people, they end up going to being homeless out here and lose everything because they're following what they're told to do, what we're pretty much brainwashed to do, is to buy now, pay later, get in debt, and live above your means. You know, look like you're richer than you are. So that's cooler to do, right? That's cool. And but ultimately you end up losing, and you live a very high anxiety, stressful, depressing life because of that. And I will tell you firsthand, that's what happened to me. I did what everybody else out here is doing and got into tons of debt. I racked up shit, including the mortgage on the house. My first house that I had, I racked up in credit card. I had $80,000 in credit card debt, and I had a $120,000 mortgage. So that adds up to $200,000 in debt. And then I was always scared I was going to lose my job. I couldn't pay for all these, you know, these bills, and then I would lose my house. I'd end up on the streets and end up a vagrant out here. I said, you know what? I can't live that way anymore. I don't want to live that way anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I sold my luckily I was able to sell my house. I had lost my job, and I sold my house, and I made a really nice profit. I paid off all my debt, and I had about, I don't know, I had a few thousand left over. And I said, you know what? I'm changing everything up different. We're going to do things different this time. This time, I'm going to be the boss. I'm going to be in charge. I'm going to own everything or have nothing. So that's why I busted my butt, worked hard. I lived extremely frugal. Damn near you'd have thought I was homeless out here, the way I was looking out here with holes in my shoe, wearing the same old raggedy clothes for like forever, man. Had me an Obama phone. I had me a flip phone, cheap, paying $7 a month. You know what I'm saying? Living dirt cheap. First off, if you can pay on a mortgage, a 15-year or a 30-year mortgage, you can pay yourself even more. Okay, so that's what you need to do. You set up a plan. I guarantee you can get enough money to pay cash for a house in probably 10 years or less. If you work hard, live extremely frugal, and put your money into index funds or other type of safer, modest investments that'll bring back a pretty healthy return. Hell, even throwing it into a savings account these days with 5% is even, you can do that. And I'll tell you, it takes time, though. You've got to have patience. If you have the patience and you stay strong with your goal, you can do it, man. And you don't need hundreds of thousands of dollars, because there's a little known secret out there. I mean, for investors, they already know. You can get houses, you can pay for houses pennies on the dollar with cash, guys. You can go to cash-only auctions and pick up amazing deals on houses that just need a little fixing up. And I'll give you one example. There was a house in Berea, Ohio, which is a really nice, cute suburb there, college town, home of Baldwin and Wallace. It was the house needed a little bit of work. It sold at a cash auction that I was actually gonna buy it, but I just didn't have the time at the time. It was $50,000, guys. $50,000 it closed at. Okay, and the house probably needed no more than $20,000 of work. But you buy a house like that, okay, $50,000. I think anybody can come up with $50,000 in less than 10 years, man. And you own this house outright, and then you start fixing the house up. You know, as you're living in it, you don't have to go in there and fix everything up right away. Take your time in it. I mean, just do the basics every weekend. Put a little money into it. Next thing you know, you got a ton of equity in this house, and that house sold for I think like $260,000, and he paid $50,000 for it. So all that extra equity, and then you could sell that house and go get a better house and pay cash for it. And you could work your way up houses if that's your goal, is to get a real fancy house or something, and pay cash for it. And then you're building financial freedom. And I'll tell you, that's the only way I've gained the most, was living 100% debt-free, man.
After 15 years of hard saving, in 2021 was the very first time I paid 100% cash for a house outright, and I got a sick deal on it because I paid cash. Kept it for about a year because I grew tired of country life. Flipped it for over 6 figures more than I paid for it. And I got all the profit. Didn't have to split it with a bank because I paid for it outright. And you can too. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
I'm telling you. And you don't have to get rid of credit cards, but when you first start off, and if you're having a problem with credit card debt, of course, first pay all that down. And get rid of your credit cards if you have to. And then after time, when you paid off your credit cards and everything, if you can get a credit card, because you can actually make money on credit cards, because you get 5% cash back, but you have to pay the balance off every single month. You never carry a balance. But that's very hard for people to do, to resist the temptation of buying a bunch of crap. But you've got to change your mindset. You got to change your mindset. You can't appreciate stuff that you already have. Make stuff last. You know what I'm saying? Eat cheaper. Eat beans and rice 2-3 times a week, which is healthier for you. It's good for your heart, good for your blood pressure and all. Stay away from fast foods. And spend a ton of money on that. You know what I'm saying? Buy an old car. And bicycle to work or something, or walk to work. Live close to your job. Go rent a room, like I did. Rent a room. Hell, rent a room, man. For your relative. Go back to your mom's. Pay her $300 a month or whatever. Live in her basement, whatever, or anywhere you can rent a room out for really cheap. Live in a single wide trailer. Hell, people put them down. They say, "Oh, trailer park." You know what I'm saying? They think horrible. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of good people in trailer parks. There's a lot of people, on tough times is living as cheap as they can, because I'm telling you, once you set yourself up and 100% debt-free, you own your house, you don't need a lot of money to live, guys. Okay? With the motorcycles I have, my house is paid off, cars paid off, everything. My total bills, including groceries, is less than $1,000 a month. I can live off of less than $15,000 a year and live comfortably. Okay? You don't need a lot of money to live when everything is paid off, but you gotta, a lot of people, it's not how much money you make. A lot of people get twisted. They think, oh man, if I make more money, I'll do better. I can save more money. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the case. What happens is when you get more money, you get the raise, or you get that job that's making all that extra money, you end up spending more. You end up living at a higher, trying to live above your means, even worse. And you're not getting ahead. There's people out there that are making $1 million a year, and they're broke because they're living like they're a millionaire trying to live like a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? And there's people out there, the smart people out there, that are millionaires, and they're living like they're paupers out here, and they're not showing that they're rich. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way to be, because nobody knows that people ain't going to rob you or anything, because they think you don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? When you're riding around in a Rolls Royce and you got a Rolex watch and these gold chains and gold teeth and all that, and walking around here, you're a target. You got a big target on your back saying you're rich, rob me. That's what you're saying, man. And it's saying a lot of people out here that you see that are driving these fancy cars and have these fancy clothes and everything. A lot of these people are broke, man. A lot of these people they're leasing these fancy cars, and you know what I'm saying, they're broke because they want to look cool. They think that's cool, looking rich, that they're successful. You know what I'm saying? They're fools. Forget about the looks, because most people really don't care. You shouldn't be trying to impress other people. You should be trying to impress yourself, man. Build a future for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Set it up so you can retire early, young, and not be old out here, man, and having to work at McDonald's or something. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people out there, they don't want to hear what I'm saying, because they don't want to tough it out. They don't have the fortitude. They don't have, you know what I'm saying? They want to be like everybody else, buy the latest Jordans, the newest iPhone, buy the brand new fancy car, get it all in debt, make the bank your master, make the bank your landlord, and your master of your world, where you got a slave for the bank. That's what they want you to do. And I'm glad there's people out there that do that, because otherwise the banks will go out of business and we wouldn't have a place to put our money to stay safe. Our money to stay safe. So I'm glad that we do have debt slaves out there, which but if you want to completely change your life, you got to wake up and change things up. And this is the only way, really. It's the only way, is living a debt-free lifestyle, owning everything, man. And but leave a comment below. Let me guys know what you guys think. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sharing what has been successful for me, and that's, you know what I'm saying, I'm just sharing my experience. I've done it both ways, guys. And yes, you can get filthy rich using debt, using other people's money. You can get filthy rich. But most of the time, because your mindset has not changed, that you will get yourself into a hole playing with debt. You're playing with fire. As where when you're 100% debt free, that's solid. It's 100% solid. When you don't owe anybody nothing, you own everything yourself. That's the best way, guys. But anyways, leave a comment. Make sure to hit thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell symbol so you get notified when I release my new videos. But I release my videos every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Till next time.
Check out my playlist for new riders and popular videos. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and check out my other channel, Bug Out Moto, where I customize a van for my motorcycle so I can live in my van with my motorcycle and travel across the country anywhere. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Bug Out Moto.